Crash Bandicoot Rumors, PlayStation's last state of play of this year, Minecraft reaching a big number on YouTube views, Halo Reach getting really good stats on Steam alone, and more Stadia positivity. All that and more on Wumpa Time. Hey everyone, it's me, Shemp, and I am still here joined with...
Me, Canadian guy, the Canadian
hello.
guy.
The one and only, the one
and only.
certified with two H's.
Yes, don't mention that. I'm still mad about that on Twitter.
We're back from the holiday break. We missed last week just because, one, you were like deathly sick.
Deathly sick. Upper respiratory infection. It was fun.
And also Thanksgiving / Black Friday, so a lot was going on. And it's the Christmas season, so a lot's still going on, but we're still gonna keep pushing through. So, the first bit of quick news is Sony did a oopsie doopsie no and leaked the Resident Evil 3 remake. Not the game, but they released like full art, like cover art and everything for the game. And
it wasn't even like a temp name, like, you know.
No, it was just Resident Evil 3.
Resident Evil 3 full art, full display.
So I think we got the thumbnail, the full art thumbnail, and then the header that's on the PlayStation Store, and we saw full renders of the characters, and Nemesis looks really goofy.
Yeah, that was as you said, an oopsie doopsie. That was not a. That was, and here's the funny thing too about is the Game Awards. Jeff Keighley actually announced that Resident Evil was not going to be at the Game Awards, so that's going to be something that we're going to talk about later on. But to kind of do a terrible and awkward transition, Duncan D. Hunter. Do you know him? Most likely you don't. But he is a U.S. congressman who has pleaded guilty for using campaign funds to buy games on Steam. This is not a joke.
How much?
The man spent $1,302 on Steam with campaign funds given to him by his people. So, I'm going to donate to him so that he
can buy some epic games.
It's like, I'm going to take this money and reinvest it back in the people in my games
of Steam. My people in The Sims.
So, he pleaded guilty. What
was his like? He had like a reasoning. What did he blame it on?
He just turned around. He's like, "Oh yeah, I blame it on my son." And it's like, really?
His son was like, "What? What?"
Yeah. So they're still figuring out the sentence. They haven't sentenced him yet. They'll be doing the sentencing in March of 2020. But the maximum penalty that they can give is up to 5 years in prison with a $250,000 fine.
No.
So I hope his kid can play Payday, all that he likes, because...
Can you imagine? What are you in for? I bought some games on Steam.
Fail.
All right. So speaking of games on Steam, one game in particular that you've heard of but probably never played because apparently no one else played, Control, the game that's getting nominated for Game of the Year that no one really knows why. According to Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, he said, "I love Control. It's a really good game, and I'm so excited for it to be coming to Game Pass." And everyone was like, "What? Oh, cool. Okay." To which the devs of Control said, No, that's not happening. No, Control's not. No." And that's it. That's all that happened. Like, I don't know where the miscommunication was. I think Phil was just like, "I love the game. Game Pass is cool."
I mean, it's probably a miscommunication somewhere down the line, but yikes, Phil. Like, bro.
Yeah, dude, you're the head of Xbox. You can't just be like, "Yo, man, it's coming." No, it's not.
Can you imagine the creators getting the news? Yeah, Control's coming to Xbox Game Pass. They're like, well, that's the news to us. The creators.
Wait, what are they doing with our game?
Exactly. And it's like, wow. Phil, come on.
Phil, stop. Phil.
Actually, if you, this actually reminded me of a similar situation. Do you remember the Ouya? The Ouya.
Of course, I remember the Ouya. Oh yeah, that one.
Ouya, that one. So something very similar happened where they were in the middle of a big interview and they asked them, what is the defining game for your console? And she turned around and she's the CEO and like the COO, the person who ran the whole company. She had to turn and ask somebody what the game's name was. So it just
what was that game? Oh yeah, Shovel Knight. Not sure if you heard of it.
But yeah, that's basically what I felt with Phil. Oh yeah, Control's so good. It's coming to Game Pass. No, it's not.
Yeah, I love. What's that game called? Control. Yeah, Control. I love Control.
So, but something that is going to be kind of cool is that because I believe Control's rated T, rated M, I'm not sure, but YouTube is actually starting to respond and change their stuff due to COPPA. So obviously everyone's been making memes and jokes about the fact that you do political or violent content, you get demonetized. You do kid content, you get demonetized. So
you do any content, you get demonetized.
So YouTube has actually acknowledged this, and they're actually alleviating on the mature content side, especially when it comes to gaming. If you're playing Call of Duty where you're shooting people or Halo or whatnot, they actually are now beginning to understand that, hey, that's a different kind of violence. And so now they are actually easing the restrictions and allowing ads to run on violent video games once again, so that people who are gaming can actually have an option to go to YouTube.
So that does tie into what we talked about in the last podcast, where the yellow dollar sign does not necessarily mean limited ads. That just means more targeted ads for the older generation.
Right. I believe that goes in full swing in 2020, I believe. I'm not 100% sure.
Thank God. So, I am so excited for that.
Yeah, we got like 3 weeks left. Almost there. Yellow signs won't be that bad. So with that, let's get into the show today with the main pieces of news.
Yes, you have a lot to say about this first topic.
Yes, I do. So,
because I know nothing about it.
Okay, so the first topic is the Crash rumors. So, as you guys know, a few weeks ago, or if you follow the channel, I'm sure you know. If you don't, well, quick update. There was a 4chan post that was debunked as absolute garbage because it's 4chan. And
yeah, of course.
Right. And the fact that it even got traction was a shock. Right. So there was it got debunked, and it was like, this is dumb. But within literally it being debunked, it caused 2 people to step forward with actual leaks, or, you know, someone who's actually people that actually have backing to their claims, right? And have evidence of doing stuff before. So ever since then, we've been kind of talking more and more and more. And now the Crash rumors are starting to get to a plateau because, do you remember last year before CTR was announced? Remember the teases that started to go out? Remember there was the,
with the fuzzy dice.
The fuzzy dice, but then there was also, for another set of people, cookies. There were these.
Oh yeah, the little Crash cookies.
Yeah, there were little Crash cookies with little Santa hats on, right? So.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah, they had little Santa hats on, and everyone was just like, "Oh yeah, this is what's," you know. And everyone's like, "Oh." Some people were hesitant at first, like, "Is this a tease? Is this the response for instead of like because you had the spiral purple eggs, right? So people thought it was cookies." Yeah. Well, as soon as I finished my stream, I came off. We finished Wrath of Cortex, and I hopped back on, and someone pinged me on Twitter. I believe it was Centeno, I believe it was, who was pinging another person I follow, Cortex's Aussie friend, I think it was. Basically, 7 influencers, large scale, as in like the guy from Epic Mealtime. And yeah, he was one of them, and a few other ones. One guy, I can't remember his name. He's like a Facebook. And what he was originally from Vine, and then he went to Facebook. Sebastian something, I'm not sure, but anyway, 7 of them were sent today miscellaneous Crash merchandise, like the Funko Pop, the racing, the numbskulls, numbskulls, incense burner,
the incense burner,
and the first 4 figures PVC statue character, and they all have Santa hats on.
So
I was like,
let's start putting the pieces together.
Right. Now, the funny thing too is that at the time of posting, I decided to look back at when the Crash cookies came out. And the Crash cookies came out on December 5th. And the people getting these little Crash Bandicoot hats are coming out on December 6th, 1 year later. So the timing is literally identical.
So you've talked about this last time. There is there's a flow to the Crash and Spyro announcements.
Yes.
The same thing happened last year with CTR.
Right. It's a pattern. It's the Activision pattern.
It's a pattern.
I call it. Yeah.
Now I'm curious because last year it was the cookies, which was cool.
Right.
And this is just miscellaneous stuff. So I'm wondering if Activision just kind of was like, what can we send them? We got a box of Crash stuff. We got little Santa hats. Perfect. All right. Yeah. Send them to whoever. And just get it out there.
What was interesting was that they did that, the cookies, and then the fuzzy dice came, right?
Yeah.
And so, because what usually happens with this is that Activision they have different, sectors in different areas. So, for example, there's an Activision representative in Australia. There's an Activision representative or a studio in the UK, and then there's one in North America. And what they do, and South America, and what they do is that head office in California sends a memo out to everybody saying, hey, listen, you need to send out certain merch, you need to send out something, come up with something as a marketing tool to release to the people. And if you look, last year with Spyro, the Spyro is actually a really good example of this, is that Spyro had these purple eggs, right? But people in the UK that were receiving purple eggs were significantly larger. Like they were like an ostrich egg size. And
I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, they were big. They were big. And the reason why was because they found the person that commissioned the eggs, but they were in North America. And what happened was that someone, the head of marketing in Europe, found someone making similar eggs, but they were much bigger, and they commissioned them.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
And so Australia last year for Crash Bandicoot commissioned this baker to create these Crash cookies to send to everybody out in Australia and New Zealand area. So it's all dependent on which sector you get it from. But the biggest sector, the main sector, is usually from North America, because, I mean, of course, that's where they are. Now, the Crash and Spyro pattern has been something that's been theorized, and if this game comes out at the Game Awards, if this brand new Crash Bandicoot game comes out, I think we got the pattern locked down to the point where it's like we've been predicting Crash coming out in 2020 for almost a year now. Like ever since even
because it was a given.
Right, it was a given, right? So we've been kind of calculating and kind of figuring out. It got to the point where literally we know the month it's going to release, we know the year it's going to release, we know when the trailer is going to drop, we know because, and I don't want to reveal too much, but the biggest thing that you need to pay attention to, and if you know this tool, you then can figure it out, is that Activision has a very, very, very strict way of promotions. They only promote a game for 5 to 7 months. That's it. So when the reveal trailer is dropped, you know 5 to 7 months they're going to, like you could hear teasers of like, oh yeah, the Call of Duty trailer is going to drop at this time, and you're going to be like, okay, then the game's going to come out in October, and then you'd be able to know immediately, or it's going to come out in September, and you're going to be able to know exactly when just by going 5 to 7 months from when that trailer drops. So if you follow that, you can. Now the only exception in the past 8 years was Spyro, but that was because it got delayed.
Which is not normal for Activision. Activision is a very strict business when it comes to their what's the word? What's what I'm looking for? Their product. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, their product. Right, exactly. So, but if it followed, because Spyro came out in April and it was initially slated to come out in September. So April, May, June, July, August, September, 6 months, perfectly. Like I said, 5 to 7 months usually. Sometimes like 5.5. Sometimes it's like 7 months. But because Spyro got delayed, it got pushed to 8 months. So, but that was the only excuse, right? So this is where people are starting to get very interesting. This is when things are going to start, because the Game Awards is next week. And that's the Game Awards is next week. But not just the Game Awards, we also got the state of play.
Yeah, the state of play. That's a good segue, man. I'm proud of you. That's a really good segue. So
I did it.
I'm leaving. So, yes, our next topic is Sony has announced the last state of play of 2019, which isn't the last state of play. Now, first off, why do people hate the state of play? Because I don't tune into every single one of them, but I always think they're harmless. So
the reason why is because people are expecting Nintendo levels of Direct, right? Like, they expect it to be on the level of Nintendo. But I mean, even after some of Nintendo's Directs, people say, dumb, bad. If it doesn't have a new Smash reveal, it's garbage, right? Or if it's not, right? And people are expecting 10 out of 10 reveals at every single Direct and every single thing. And they're not going to get that. You're not going to get that. I'm sorry. It's not what's going to happen. And the thing is too, is people are not taking into, they're not taking into consideration that we're at the end of the console generation where there's less and less grand reveals. I mean, again, look at the Game Awards. Control is up for Game of the Year. And I'm not saying we cannot reiterate that enough. I am not saying Control is a bad game. I am not. It's just, it's one of those more unknown games. It was like that third-party game that came out. It's like, oh yeah, that's a game. Probably a 7, maybe an 8 out of 10. And here it is nominated for a Game of the Year, right? Just look at the Game Awards and compare that to last year where you had Red Dead Redemption, Assassin's Creed, God of War. Woof.
All these big AAA games.
Right.
Now, for me personally, I never expected that. I always expected it just to be a short little presentation where they talk about games and announce some new games, which is cool because that's when they announced the Iron Man VR game when people were like, oh, it's a VR game. But I mean, it looks like a high budget VR game.
It does. It does.
It looks really cool. But the thing is that this one specifically is close to 30 minutes long.
Yes.
So one of the big things that I'm speculating is that Warner Brothers is going to be showing off the new Batman game because they have been teasing that for a while. Yeah. And what we don't know is, did you play Arkham Knight?
I didn't play Arkham Knight. I played Arkham Asylum. That's the only Arkham game I played.
Do you care about spoilers?
The audience might.
so yes or no?
Let's say we do care about spoilers.
Okay, so we're not spoiling anything if you haven't played Arkham Knight, because I recently just beat it, so I'm not judging you if you haven't beat it yet. But at the end of Arkham Knight, something happens. Not going to say what happens to who, but I do not know who the main character is going to be in the new game, or if it's going to be the same character. I'm not saying anything tragic happens to anyone, because that's not what I'm insinuating, but I can't talk about it.
Right, no,
but I'm not sure who the main character is going to be. And for people who haven't played Arkham Knight, like you, if they do announce this game, I don't know if it's going to spoil Arkham Knight.
It might, but I mean, you kind of have to roll with that, right? I mean,
yeah.
It happens. I mean, a little sidetrack to that. EA apparently, when they made a new ad for the Jedi for the new.
There's a big spoiler. Yeah, there's a big spoiler.
They reveal like a grand reveal spoiler, and I guess Respawn is not happy about it. So
see, I beat the game, but I had a coworker who was like, "Yeah, I heard this spoiled something in the trailer." I was like, "Oh, let me watch it," and I watched it. It's 30 seconds long, by the way. It's only 30 seconds, and I was like, "This looks pretty tame." Oh no, no! That's a big no.
Well, I heard that. As soon as I heard that, I stopped looking at any. Whenever I see like an ad for Jedi Order, I'm like, nope, because I'm waiting for Christmas to play it. So I'm like, nope,
so,
denied.
The thing is, it was a Black Friday ad, so that aired on TV. And people were like, what?
Exactly. So, but the state of play is going to be around 20 minutes long, but the one thing that they confirmed that will not be there will be next gen talk, as in console, PS5. And I do like, though, that PlayStation is being transparent about that, right? It's not
I appreciate that very, very much.
Right, they're like, hey, listen, set your expectations to no new console information. We're letting you know now. And when it comes to consoles...
I'm assuming that's going to be Game Awards talk.
I wouldn't even say that. I would say,
oh really?
Yeah, because there's been a huge rumor going around that there's been this giant meeting that PlayStation is going to be hosting with like 30 third-party developers in February.
Wait, are they not doing PSX this year?
No, they're not. They're not doing PSX this year.
Huh.
Yeah, but to replace that, they're doing this direct. But people are thinking that there's going to be some massive, quote unquote, state of play or some form of a PlayStation event in February, because there were someone leaked an invite, I think, or some form of thing where they like literally heads of so many third party and second party people are invited to this PlayStation super secret event in February. So, I mean...
My dude, I feel bad. PS5 has been getting so many leaks like that. The picture of the two dev units next to each other.
Yeah, it was like come on.
I felt so bad. But do you think that Activision will throw in the new Crash trailer at the State of Play?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Here's why, and this is where I think it is that, again, following the Crash pattern. CTR has always gotten their trailer on Wednesdays, and then the Grand Prix goes live on Friday. But I think that they're going to want some room for the Crash Bandicoot trailer. So I got a feeling that the State of Play, they will actually have a trailer for the new Grand Prix going out on Friday. Wednesday, I think Wednesday is when people are going to start popping up with their secret monthly thing that happens. Like I said, you got the fuzzy dice and stuff Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, it's kind of like, ooh, something's getting hyped. Thursday, new game gets revealed. Friday, Grand Prix drops. So I think
you think that.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be the new Crash. I don't see it. But it's possible. I'm not taking it off the table, though.
Oh, yeah, no. So it's 30 minutes, so I'm wondering if it's going to be mainly Ghost of Tsushima, because there was that leak that Sony updated the playlist for Ghost of Tsushima too early, and people caught that. Yeah. So they're going to be talking. We know they're going to be talking about that, but I'm wondering what else, because they've already talked about The Last of Us 2 a lot. Yeah. Like, a lot.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like The Last of Us 2 has been kind of like a big premiere thing, but there is another thing that I heard that allegedly, and this is not a leak, this came from PlayStation themselves, that they said that the next Spider-Man game is going to come sooner than you expect. And
okay, I was going to bring that up because I was going to bring up that I heard that I think Insomniac or Sony said it would be 2021. Yeah, so like
2021, yeah, so like a year after the launch, which is still kind of like a launch title in a sense. It's not, an official launch title, but I mean, it's kind of like whenever the first initial batch of consoles go out, it's always, limited and there's problems and issues. It's always the following year that it's going to take off, because then that's where you get the Black Friday deals, the price cuts, the actual library of games, right? So, and if they have Spider-Man year 2, that's pretty huge.
That's going to be big, especially that early. Like, why would you buy a PS5 over an Xbox Scarlet? Oh, there's that new Spider-Man.
Yeah, and the last Spider-Man game was also nominated for Game of the Year last year. Last year was crazy for gaming. Last year was nuts.
Didn't Spider-Man win, or who won last year?
God of War won.
Okay, because I'm asked because there's a Game of the Year version of Spider-Man, but there isn't one of God of War.
It's probably the greatest hits version. I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. So, but there's supposed to be, so you can tune into the Game Awards on Twitch and also YouTube. There's going to be a lot of people tuning in because at the Game Awards there is going to be, so it's kind of like State of Play and Game Awards. Jeff Keighley actually came forward, and this was where it's something that's really interesting, is that in the State of Play is where we're going to likely get Resident Evil 3, because Jeff Keighley came forward and said that Resident Evil 3 was not part of the Game Awards show.
Yes, that was debunked right away.
Right. So but that was before the State of Play was announced, and I thought to myself, Jeff Keighley should have kept his mouth shut, because then everybody was going to be looking forward to the Game Awards and having their expectations, and then the State of Play happened and everyone talking about it. But because if he said, Resident Evil is not going to be a part of the Game Awards, it makes everyone say, well, okay, why was the listing set up then for Resident Evil?
Yeah, and the fact that he said it's not part of the show and it was never planned to be part of the show. So it's like, oh, so you never thought to put this in there.
Right. So I was just like, oh, well, that means there's got to be a reveal soon. And I'm like, if it's not the Game Awards, then what is it? And before that, there was some speculation that there was going to be a PS State of Play before the Game Awards or after the Game Awards. And then lo and behold, there it was.
Are you going to be streaming the Game Awards?
Yes, I will be streaming the Game Awards on this channel. It's going to be starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we're probably going to start maybe an hour or two before, talk some speculation, play some games, get hyped, and then watch the show.
And for people who are listening on Spotify and SoundCloud, it is Canadian Guy A on YouTube, just with one H, not two.
Yeah, unlike Twitter.
Yeah, unlike Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah, just YouTube search Canadian Guy A, go to his channel, and then you should be able to join everyone else. That live chat's going to be pretty big.
Yeah.
And speaking of pretty big, do you want to go into the next topic?
Sure. So
yeah.
So there's going to be a huge amount of viewers watching the Game Awards, but not as big as this game, where YouTube has actually came forward and announced the biggest game of 2019, like in terms of views. Now,
in terms of views,
this number, now I still can't believe the title, and then I also can't believe the follow-up number. So, Shemp, tell me, what is YouTube's best game of 2019 in terms of views? Can you tell me?
Oh yeah, so it kind of took me by surprise because it's a game that not a lot of people play. I'll be surprised if you've ever had any experience with this, but it's this little indie game called Minecraft. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, Minecraft. That game. The Lego game.
Yeah, the little low res Lego game. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the amount of views that Minecraft got on YouTube in 2019 alone was 100 billion.
Billion.
That's a B.
Billion. Am I popping the mic enough? Billion.
I can't.
I'm sorry, headphone users.
Yeah, sorry, headphone users, but yikes. I just being real here, dude. Being real here. Why? How? I don't understand.
The go-to answer is, PewDiePie, but oh my dude.
There's no way that
really?
One man could bring that much views to a game. There's no way.
The thing is, Minecraft's popularity never died down. It was just like a slow climb up, and then this year it just shot up.
I don't understand. I understand there are so many passionate people behind Minecraft. I get it. I understand. Minecraft is popular. I built a house, a creeper blew it up, I got mad and never played it again.
No, dude, it's horrible because I'm a voice actor, and on these voice acting websites where you audition for parts, 9 times out of 10, the page is filled with Minecraft roleplay, Minecraft animation. And I'm like, I don't want to do any of these.
Yeah, it's not going to proceed your... Could you imagine putting that on your voice demo and actually getting landing a big gig, and then they look and they see you animated a blockhead for a YouTube, could you imagine? And they
I'll say, I'm not going to say what it is, but I was technically tricked into doing a Minecraft roleplay thing. This was 3 years ago. I auditioned for a part, I got the script, I recorded the part, I sent it to him, and he was like, okay, cool, I'll have the episode done in a week. I was like, okay, cool. And he sends me the link, and it's a Harry Potter Minecraft fan fiction roleplay, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna say what it is.
Was it on a bigger channel?
Dude, it's a Minecraft roleplay channel.
No!
Those subscriber numbers are hold on. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
No.
No. The thing is, I think I did 2 or 3 episodes.
How are you duped into this?
Cause he didn't specify in the listing. It was it's an animation. I was like, okay, cool. I think it's Minecraft, Harry Potter or something. Hold on. I don't know. I'll come back to this, but oh no.
That's terrible. Now, I don't know how Minecraft got that high, even as popular. Like, think about it. Think about this. Fortnite. It beat Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like, that is something that blows my mind, is that it beat Fortnite. It beat all these other games that came out this year, these free-to-play games. And a game that came out how many years ago? What, 10 years ago now?
Like probably over 10 years, and it's on every single console.
I still can't believe it. Like, it still shocks me to this day that the game is still going as strong as it is. So 100 billion views, man.
And I don't know how they're doing that. Besides the fact that the roleplay community is keeping it alive.
I don't know how. I don't know. I don't get it. It's like the pseudo community that I've never heard of before. I've never been a part of, like this, where everyone just loves Minecraft, and it makes no sense to me whatsoever. I don't get it.
Let's put this in perspective. If you combined all of the most popular peak numbers of Fortnite and Call of Duty together, it still wouldn't match Minecraft in just this year.
That's terrifying. That is terrifying to think.
And there hasn't been a new game. It's just the same game.
Well, it's people mod it. People do this. People have been. It's open source essentially, so people have been modding it, adding stuff, making new game types, trying new things. And it's like, okay, I'm not against Minecraft. I don't hate Minecraft. It's just shocked.
Yeah, me neither.
Just to clarify, but it's like I'm shocked at the size that it is, and it's scary. It's like Disney size scary. Like I'm shocked that Disney hasn't come by and tried sweeping and buying Minecraft and then literally making a Minecraft world at Disney.
Yeah. Oh, that would be an absolute nightmare.
But Disney, imagine the money they would make.
I would hate to think of going to Disneyland and then I see, oh look, there's Toy Story and there's Homer and there's Minecraft and there's Wolverine and look at that. It's any other there's Peter Griffin.
It's literally all the entertainment. I mean, why not, right? At this point, like, man, it's ridiculous. And what else is actually kind of crazy too is that, and this isn't a subject, but I do want to talk about it briefly, is that apparently it's been people have been asking for Minecraft guy Steve. Is that his name? Minecraft Steve, I think it is.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah,
Steve to be in Smash Brothers. And I'm like, no, I don't understand it.
The crazy thing is, I can totally see it happening because
the size.
Well, the thing is, Sakurai said himself that, hey, the Smash Brothers is. When I put a fighter in Smash Brothers, it has to be a character that is an icon of gaming, and Minecraft Steve is an icon of gaming.
He is, and you know what the thing is that so many characters have been deconfirmed. I don't think Minecraft Steve has been deconfirmed either.
I don't think has Gordon Freeman been deconfirmed?
Yes.
Okay.
Allegedly, these are the people. Lloyd, I don't know who that is. Crash, Gino, Ryu, Master Chief, Doom Guy, and the other guy that you just said from Half-Life got deconfirmed.
Doom Guy.
So
Crash got deconfirmed?
Allegedly. Crash got deconfirmed, apparently. So, honestly, we have no idea who this next Smash fighter is. We have no clue whatsoever. And I'm happy about it. But
yeah, me too.
But I have nobody has any idea who the heck it is. So
I'm just saying, if I see it's Minecraft Steve, I'm not going to be surprised. I'll be a little disappointed, but it's fine.
I would be greatly disappointed, but now I would be. Now, isn't Mojang owned by Microsoft now?
Yes, Microsoft has purchased Mojang, so they own the company.
Oh gosh, that's man. To add on, and the fact that add on that they are having this much success on YouTube, where literally a product of Microsoft is now number one on YouTube. There's another product that's now number one on Steam that's owned by Microsoft.
By Microsoft, yes. So that these two IPs are the only thing keeping them going, really.
Yeah. So Halo Reach is come to Steam for PC for the first time, and is blowing up the market on Steam.
It also helps with the fact that the game is $10, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Now, so within the first hour of Reach being on Steam, it reached Over 100,000 consistent players playing the game. That's huge. That's massive, and only an hour. Yeah. And it's still reaching that peak.
Oh, it's insane. I mean, yeah.
See, I never played Halo growing up. I didn't have an Xbox.
Right.
And the Master Chief Collection is also insane. But the thing that kind of gets me is that if you buy the Master Chief Collection, you also have to buy Reach.
No.
Like it's just not part of it. You have to, like, it's considered DLC.
No, it's not. Nope. I bought it. I bought the Master Chief Collection and it came with Reach.
What? Because I look at the page and it says buy the DLC and it says Reach.
It's weird. It's like it's weird. It's like separate DLC. I guess I don't know how it worked, but I bought the Master Chief Collection and they released Reach. And now here's the thing.
That's because you had it before.
No, I got it the day it launched.
On Steam?
On Steam, yeah. My buddy bought it for me. So basically what happened is that what they're doing is that because of the mess of the Master Chief Collection on the Xbox One, that was a mess. That was, oh my gosh. So,
yeah.
To give you an idea, the Master Chief Collection had 4 games on the disc, right? It had Combat Evolved, it had 2, 3, and it had 4. Here was the problem. Was whoever decided to install it the way they did needs to be fired. They decided to include all 4 entire games' engines on the discs and download.
Oh, what?
The game was like 80 gigs. It was, and the problem was that it had so much, it had to download, and the download speed was terrible. The loading was awful. The internet was terrible. And the reason why was what would basically happen is like, okay, you go into an online match and you go to the playlist and it's like, okay, you can either play Slayer from, it gives you random options. Like, okay, Slayer from Halo Combat Evolved, or you can go Slayer on Halo 2 or Slayer Halo 4. And then the everyone picks, right? So you picked Slayer on Halo 2. The game starts. The game now has to read which engine to use. Figures, okay, it's from the game. Load the game 2. Load the assets from game 2, and then load the map.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Because what? Yeah.
The future of gaming is the Xbox One in 2013?
It was so bad. It would literally take minutes for it to load. But then that's not including everyone's internet connection. If everyone had perfect internet connection, it took minutes because everyone's Xboxes had to load the new engine, load the assets, and then after loading the assets, load the map. Right? And that took forever. But
oh no.
Yeah, there were so many compatibility issues. The resolution wasn't right. This wasn't right. That wasn't right. But it took them 1 year of patches to get the game 1 year to get the game running good on the Xbox. It took
they No Man's Skied the Master Chief Collection
100%. So now they're bringing the Master Chief Collection to PC. But you know what they did? They just released Reach. That's it. They only released Reach. So if you buy the Master Chief Collection, that's cool. You can only play Halo Reach. Combat Evolved is coming later on. What they're doing is that they release Reach. Okay, we fix all the problems with Reach and make it run good. Then we release the next game, make it run good. So
if I buy the Master Chief Collection right now, what will I get to play right away?
Halo Reach. You get to play Halo Reach, the campaign.
Are you kidding me?
That's it, yeah. But you get Combat Evolved for free, obviously, because you paid for it.
Oh, yeah, because it's part of the collection.
Right, for free. So everything gets added on, but they're releasing it in chunks to make sure that a disaster like what happened on the Xbox, it's still not stable. It's still not right. It's still not good. But
I'll ease up on them because I'll say I own a physical copy of Halo 2 on the PC and it does not work on Windows 10 just at all. So they're taking their time because if you put the game in, the game doesn't know what is happening, so the geometry and the textures just kind of like freak out.
What is happening? What is this?
Hi, looking for Windows Vista 10
as a meltdown. But yeah, Halo has been killing it, and I'm very happy to see it on PC. The only issue I have, and I have played it, is that it's like, I don't know, it's like the audio is a little muddy. And
oh, really?
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. It's like you're listening to it, you're like, like it's not the worst, but you're hearing it, and it's like all the visuals are like modern day, and then you hear the video audio, you're like, that does sound like from the Xbox 360 days with the AV cables. Not even, I'm just like, that's the only thing that throws me off, and it's weird, especially when they're talking over the radios. I'm just like, wait, what did they say?
So, quick question, because I never played Halo. So, on the Master Chief Collection, on the Xbox One version too, is Halo 1 the 360 remake, or is it the original Xbox game?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Because I know you can switch between the graphics.
Right. I think, don't quote me, I think it's the Anniversary Edition. It is the Anniversary Edition, which is the remake, which allows you to switch between the graphics. So I believe it's the Anniversary.
So could you switch between the graphics on the 360?
Yes.
Oh, actually, you could? Okay, I don't...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it's all foggy.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember back too. I believe it was, or if it came out for the Xbox One, I can't remember if it came out for the Xbox One or the 360. I think it was the 360, and it was the Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition. And what it was, it had the up-res graphics, done a la Crash Bandicoot Spyro, everything retextured, and then you could push a specific button and it would switch back to the original graphics.
Yes, I remember thinking that was really cool. I liked that. So I was constantly switching between the two because I didn't know what I wanted to play on.
Yeah, you're like, this is so retro, and so
I have the power.
I have the power. This is so positive.
Speaking of positivity, you guys know the theme of Wumpa Time yet? We're a Google Stadia podcast. Welcome back to the Google Stadia Corner. We need a theme song for the Google Stadia Corner.
We do, man. So maybe next time we actually, like, maybe when we get the music or intro set up for this, we'll actually have like a sound effect for when we start talking about Stadia, because it's
it's just a plane crash. So not okay, kind of a shocker. Nothing too big this time, but still a little dicey. Right now, if you open a new tab, or not a new tab, if you open a new tab, or even go in incognito, or even go to your library and go to Google, if you go to Google and search up Google Stadia, like just Google Stadia or Google Stadia News, you will only get positive articles about the future of gaming that is Google Stadia. Nothing. I went to page 5 and it was all just like, Google Stadia is the best thing ever, and this is why all the other consoles suck.
It's like, I typed in Google Stadia and got an image of a trash can.
Oh, my mistake. I'm looking at a Google Stadia.
Oh, that's that.
Yeah,
there's got to be something illegal there. There's got to be something illegal. You can't take search results like that and bury stuff because your feelings are hurt. Like,
let's go to Bing.com.
Bing. You know, when you have to go to Bing, you're getting desperate.
Yeah. I just need the truth.
Yeah, please. But it's something that's really depressing, is that Google, instead of taking criticism and saying, yes, you're right, we need to make this better, and we need to improve as a company and improve as a studio, they're burying bad feelings or they're burying bad opinions about themselves and not actually learning at all anything.
No, they're just saying, no, we didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, it's depressing to see. It really is, because, like, I understand, I get what Google's trying to do. Google's trying to be the first in the market to start cloud gaming, because everyone's been kind of, turning around it. PlayStation's been talking about it. Xbox has been talking about it for years now, the X Cloud. They've been talking about all these things, and Google wanted to be the first, because whoever can get the industry started will make billions of dollars. I get it. I understand it.
That's business.
It's business. But their business model is terrible. It was like, okay, how can we take this business model and make it the worst?
they Stadia's run by a bunch of interns who just graduated college.
Seriously, it makes no sense. It doesn't make any sort of sense. And I know I've talked about this before, but it still flabbergasts me that they can't understand that why people don't want to pay $10 per month and then pay full price for a game that they don't own. At all.
Yeah, and give it like maybe 3 years, Google Stadia shuts down. Well, there goes my library or their library.
Yeah, there goes their library. And what else has been happening? Oh yeah, the Chromecast Ultras are melting.
Still melting. Still melting. And Google's still being like, oh no, they're not.
They're fine. They're fine.
They're fine.
They were remember they were taunting over 10 teraflops of power, and they can't even keep up with they can't even keep up with Xbox One S in graphics.
See, the funny thing is that there's a community on Reddit of people trying to salvage Stadia and salvage their Chromecast Ultras. They've been resorting to putting on heat sinks on the outside of the Google Chromecast. they take parts from a broken GPU, like a heat sink, and they put it on there just to keep it from melting.
Yeah. And
it works, but you shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't have to put your heat sink on your over-glorified USB stick. That's
exactly. It's not the Chromecast Ultra is not ready for Stadia. I think they just put it out because it works. Yeah, just ship it out, whatever.
Well, it doesn't make any sort of sense either because, if you turn around and say, we did it for the Christmas season, still doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, everyone, if you're a diehard Google fan, you have a Chromecast Ultra.
Right.
Like that.
It's already in your home.
Yeah, it would make sense to release a new Chromecast that's a little more powerful to where it doesn't melt.
Yeah.
It's just common sense, I thought.
Yeah. This product is not intended to melt. Really?
Are you sure? It says on all the back of the boxes, not intended for melt.
That's it. Just not intended to melt. Yeah, it's hilarious. It doesn't make sense. And they also added 2 new games to their library. You know how PlayStation, they have the monthly games where they add 2 free games that you can download for free.
Oh yeah, every PlayStation Plus member you get the 2 free games.
Yeah, well, Stadia is doing the same thing, and you know what they added? They added Rise of the Tomb Raider. The game that's been out forever now.
Okay.
The game that came out during the end of the PS3 era. Good game.
It's like $10.
Yeah, everyone has it. And get ready, hold your socks. Farming Simulator 19. Those.
Yes. I need to farm on my pixels.
I don't get it. I don't why is Google this bad? It's just it just keeps burying itself. It just keeps doing it.
Farming Simulator. Oh my god.
2019. And then they realized a lot of people got mad because people were like, I just bought this game for full price on Stadia and now it's free.
Yeah, they don't give a warning like Google, like PlayStation does. They'll say "Hey, next month's games are going to be this."
Right, exactly. They let everyone know. It was 2-3 weeks ahead of time. Hey, here are the next games. But no, for them, they just abruptly did. And they did say, okay, we'll give out refunds to people who ask us. Or you could literally, they literally said, oh yeah, we'll give out refunds to those who want it. Who doesn't want their money back?
You know what? I think I'll pass.
Yeah, you know what? Can I get the same product for free and get my money back? Yes. I don't know.
I don't know, man. You know what? I'll sleep on it.
Basically, just give a refund to everybody. Everyone who bought
the No, it's all right. No, don't worry about it.
So if you request it, you'll get your money back. It's or
just give it back.
Give it back.
You're Google. You're Google. Give it back.
I'm all for maintaining your own wealth, but you're Google. Seriously. Seriously. What? That's literally a drop in the bucket. Not even a drop. It's an atom of a drop in the bucket.
It's like Disney releasing a broken Disney DVD, and they're like, "Oh, we'll refund it if you want it." It's like, don't you mean you'll replace it? I mean, if you want to, yeah, but you don't have to.
Name one person's just like, yes, I want you to keep my money.
You're a valued customer. Thanks, Disney.
That makes absolutely no sense. So, I think that's all the time we have for Wumpa Time today, though.
I think so, yeah. I think that's all the topics.
That's it. So, unfortunately, we have to get going. So, thank you everyone so much for tuning in for Wumpa Time. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, be sure to follow us again on Twitter, at ShipOfficial and at Canadian Guy A, 2 H's. And we will, next podcast, we're going to be posting another thread for Q&A because we really liked doing it last time. And we did have to rush it a little bit. So next podcast is going to be a little more chill. We're going to read all the questions and think about them thoroughly. So follow us. We're going to use hashtag Wumpa Time so you can find it easily. Or you can comment here or, send us a carrier pigeon with your question. We'll answer it.
I promise you, if we get a carrier pigeon, we promise we will answer it 100%.
I'll try to. I'll try to.
If you can figure out how to get us a carrier pigeon, we will answer it with pride.
We'll have you as a guest.
Yeah. How about this? We'll say this. If you can get us a question by carrier pigeon, we will make the entire topic of Wumpa Time that day based on whatever question you ask. There will be no quick news. There'll be nothing.
A whole hour of, hey, can you guys read my Spyro X Crash fan fiction? We'll do it. I promise. You have my word.
Oh no, we're gonna get carrier pigeons.
Please send carrier pigeons. So, well, thank you everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.